This YouTuber says his one candle scalping strategy works every day, is stupid simple and verified. But can it pass a prop firm challenge? Let's find out.
My name is Eddie Pips and I'm on a mission to test trading strategies to see if they truly stand up to the prop firm challenge. Before we get started, if you have a strategy in mind, drop it in the comments. I'll try to test it. Let me break down how this works. I find a trading strategy, I pick a random month, I backtest it trade by trade using FXReplay. We track wins, losses, drawdown, and whether it hits the prop firm's rules. Some strategies will pass a prop firm challenge in a few days, and some might fail in less than a week. We try to test a whole month or more until either profit target is hit or drawdown is.
Before we get started, if you're having trouble picking a prop firm or you're looking to get started with one, let me quickly tell you about Earn to Trade. 8 years in the business, 4.7 star rating on Trustpilot with perks like free resets, free education, and scalable plans. This is the prop firm I would recommend to family and friends. Grab 60% off through the link in the description before September 14th. Let's dive back in. All right, let's dive into this one. I have high hopes for this one, considering the fact that Trade with Pat is very widely known in our community and is highly respected and knows how to trade. So we're going to dive into the rules of this one. We are going to fast forward over to the backtesting results to see if this can pass a prop firm challenge. Here are the rules. The pair that we are going to be backtesting is EURUSD. We are going to be using the 4-hour time frame for context and the 5-minute time frame for entry. So the first step is mark the high and low of the first candle of the day on the 4-hour chart, which in his video he says is the 1 to 5 a.m. candle. So here we have the 1 a.m. candle here. You can see at the bottom of the screen. And of course, this is UTC -4 New York time. So now that we have this candle selected, we are going to mark the high. Let's go ahead and go into bar replay. So we are marking the high, we are marking the low. So next thing is we're going to drop down onto the 5-minute time frame and we are going to wait for at least 3 to 4 candles to close outside of the range, either the high or the low. And in the video, he states that this is the manipulation phase. The 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. candle is the accumulation phase, and we are looking to enter on the distribution phase. We're going to sit here and we're going to wait for a couple candles to close outside of the range. So here we have a couple going outside of the range. Here we go. So we had 1, 2 candles close outside of the range. This is our third one, fourth one, and now anytime it closes back inside of the range, we are going to market execute, which is step 3. Wait for price to close back inside the range to execute. So we are waiting for price to close back inside the high of that 4-hour candle. And here we go. We have price closed back inside with this candle, and we are going to enter a short position. Our trade risk management is 0.5 to 1% every trade. This is standard for me. We are targeting 2R or an FVG in the opposite direction. So that would be down here. We have some accumulation here. So the FVG that would be of interest is going to be here, or we can target the other side of the range. We are going to stick to a strict 2R here so that we can make this as mechanical as possible. The stop loss here is going to go at the top of these candles that close outside and manipulated above that high. And we are going to see how this trade plays out. I actually have no clue. I just picked a random day. And you can see here that price hits our take profit. So it is extremely simple. And actually, if you pull this out, let's see, if we would have targeted that, that would have been quite nice. That would have been a little over a 3R trade. He doesn't say when to stop trading, but we are going to, for backtesting purposes, to make this as mechanical as possible, we are going to stop trading at 11 a.m. considering this is EURUSD. London ends at 11 a.m. EST, and New York also starts to transition into the lunch. So volatility and liquidity really start to shoot down around that time. So because we are testing this EURUSD, that is the parameters that we are going to follow. So again, EURUSD, Time frame 4 hour for context and 5 minute for entry. On the 4 hour time frame, we are marking the high and low of that 1 a.m. candle. Once this 1 a.m. candle closes, you are immediately marking the high and you are immediately marking the low. And you can find a trade immediately once this candle closes. You can start looking for a trade on the 5 minute time frame all the way up to 11 a.m. All right, and here we are on FXReplay, as always, where I do every single backtesting session because the analytics are absolutely amazing. Go ahead and click on new session down here in the bottom right hand corner. We are going to name this trade with Pat. Our account balance is going to be $10,000. The asset we are trading is EURUSD. And the initial date, a lot of people have been telling me to test using this year's data. So we are going to go ahead and start on January 2nd, considering the first was New Year's. So January 2nd, and we are going to set the date just to see how long it takes. We're just going to set the date for today's date. And we are going to hit create session. It is going to take us on over to our chart. We are going to delete this. And under go to, we are going to hit custom settings. And we are going to, under next day open, we are going to go to 5 a.m. And the reason for this is because if you hit go to and you select next day open here, it will automatically go over to 5 a.m. First things first, before you do that, go down here to the right hand corner, select UTC -4 New York, and here you can see 5 a.m. So on the 4 hour time frame, because we were able to fast forward to that 5 a.m. time, we are going to mark the high and the low of the first 4 hour candle, and this is when the back test starts, guys.
All right, and we have passed, guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at the analytics because I know you're excited for this one. Don't forget to check out Earn to Trade, where you can get 60% off using code EddiePipsTrading. Let's get into the analytics. All right, so on FXReplay, when you are finished testing, you come back here, top left, hit return to dashboard. We're going to go here where it says analytics, and we're going to click on session analytics. That is going to take us to this screen where we can see our equity curve. And over here on Edge Finder, we are going to hit View Analytics, and we are going to see the same results. Okay, so yes, it passed. We have a 43% win rate, which for a 1-to-2 risk reward ratio, that is awesome. Anything above 33% is going to yield you profit. So you can see the equity curve. We started off a bit rocky. Over here as well, you see we started off a bit rocky. We won some trades, lost some trades, won some trades. And then here in, if I'm not mistaken, February, March, those 2 months were just pretty bad. If we scroll down here, yeah, so you can see March, we lost 2%, and April, we also lost 2%. February was good in the beginning, if I'm not mistaken. Towards the end is kind of when we started going downhill, going into March. But the max drawdown was 7.77%. I do not like that. That would be the one thing that deters me from this strategy, having a 7% drawdown, but it is better than 10%. We won't talk about Casper. But, yeah, so a total of 58 trades here, win rate of 43%. We passed FTMO, which requires 10% to pass the first phase and 5% to pass the second phase. This strategy, if you would have been using prop firms like Earn to Trade or Apex, you would have passed a lot faster with only needing 7%, and you most likely would have gotten a payout as well. So if we go down here, you can see the progression of profit during the ongoing months. We did trade all the way up until May 20th from January. And you can see here the trades from January, the trades from February, the trades from March, which I, again, said it was pretty bad. The trades from April, which was also not fun. And May, which was great.
A couple of things to note about the strategy. There were a couple of times where when you are setting your take profit for 2R, it extends above the other side of the 4-hour range. And a lot of the times I saw price go, hit the other side of the range, and then completely reverse and hit the stop loss, not hitting that 2R, but hitting the opposite side of the range. So I'm curious to see if we only target the high of the range and only target 2R if that 2R is within that range, if that makes sense. Another thing is, I also noticed he does say that he waits for 3 to 4 candle confirmation, close outside of the range before we look to enter once it closes back inside the range. But there were multiple times where I saw price come down, manipulate the low without having those 3 to 4 candles close outside the range, enter back inside the range, and completely it would have won. So I'm curious to see if we would have taken those, what would have happened. But we had 25 winners, 33 losers. This strategy is simple. It is about 80% mechanical. The only thing that was subjective would be the stop loss placement. So for example, here our last trade, you can see price came outside of the range, manipulated, and then came back and closed back inside the range. There was a trade in the video where he would have put the stop loss here below this low. I kind of wanted to put it below this low, but then there was this low over here. So I ended up finding out what 2R would have been at this high, and then that's where I put my stop loss. So I kind of sat here and I waited to see until I hit 2R right there, and that's where I put my stop loss. But another thing is that I have not vocally announced is that I am not a fan of trading strategies that require you to market execute. I strongly prefer limit orders. You're able to get a better risk to reward. You're able to have a predefined stop loss. When you market execute, you're kind of stuck not knowing what the stop loss would be once you market execute. So knowing how much to risk becomes a little more difficult. But regardless, this strategy passed. Trade with Pat is widely known in the community. I have nothing bad to say about him. I'm glad that this one passed and that I can give to you guys. Guys, you have this. Take this strategy. I will post the original video in the description as always. I would go ahead, take a look at this, and I would backtest it yourself. I think that this strategy would be even better if we used other confluences, like on the 4-hour time frame. Where are we? Are we taking out previous liquidity? Are we inside of a fair value gap? Are we inside of an order block? Where we can take that 4-hour low or high and move in the direction of the trend on a daily or monthly time frame. So I would definitely recommend checking this one out. It is definitely worth it. It was easy to follow. So please, guys, stay tuned for the next one. And if you have any suggestions on how I can make these videos more informative, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and take care.